Hey gang, it's Ark. Welcome to a new series that I'm calling No Nonsense Interloper. This is probably going to be an infrequent thing or just a test. But basically I noticed that there's a lot of tips floating around out there and there's a lot of common strategies that people use for Interloper. And a lot of it is like cheesy exploit type stuff, starvation, the goading roots, the torch and stone trick for wolves. The list goes on and on. And so I'm just going to try to do kind of a basic casual run without doing any of that stuff. That's not what I meant to type. It's hard to type and talk at the same time. No nonsense. There we go. All right. Let's get into it. Now, there's one more thing that I think I'm going to try to do for this. So there's kind of a rush around the map early forge strategy that's extremely common. And that's one of the main things that I want to try to avoid here. So it looks like we are in Forlorn Muskeg. There's the blind over there. So I'm just going to try to hang out in one region at a time. And not really rush towards anything. And we won't be like making a quick run towards the high value loot locations like the Pleasant Valley Plane Crash, the Summit, Homesteaders in Ash Canyon. What else? Oh, the Technical Backpack. Alright, let's go check this blind out. This is a little bit of a long run. I'm just gonna go for it. I think we can make this. Oh, that is close.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Well, we got plenty of food. Now, I think there can be matches in this blind. If there are...
I'm so cold, I'm warming up a bit.
Then we can actually live in the muskeg for a little bit. If not, we will likely have to leave. Wow, jerry can. Didn't even know that could spawn here. Alright, let's throw that on just for the frostbite risk, even though it's not doing anything for us temperature-wise right now. Because we're already freezing. Alright, so the train cars are over there. I think we'll just head back that way. There's not really any point in going to the, going to the forge right now. I guess one thing we could do is go to Broken Railroad. Alright, let's go this way this time. Cover some different ground, and it looks like this might be safer. Yeah, so with no matches in this region, we have to go to either Broken Railroad or Mystery Lake. I think those are my two reasonable choices. And whichever place we go, we'll kind of just live there for a while. I'm actually really tempted to go to Broken Railroad. I know a lot of people would probably just go into Mystery Lake. But let's see what we get from the train car. One time I actually found matches in the train car. So it's possible that we could still do some muskeg living. So I think these episodes are going to be on the longer side, maybe 2 to 3 hours. And if this series does well, both in terms of people wanting to watch it, but also just me having fun with it, I may keep it going for a while. I really don't know what to expect from this because I don't usually play Interloper. I like to go for the tougher challenges, and I actually have a lot of like really ridiculous challenges planned right now. So I thought it'd be nice to just kind of get in here and hang out, experience the game more as it's intended to be played, I think. Because a lot of the stuff that even a lot of the Interloper players that you see do isn't really how the game was intended to be played. I think they did have this more slow, methodical playstyle in mind. Alright, let's take a quick... Ooh, frostbite risk is... Is this on my... This must be on my hands, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got a flare. I believe... Yeah, I've never not seen that flare there. Let's throw this on. I think I can get to... Let's just go to Mystery Lake. I think I can get inside before the frostbite risk develops. Mystery Lake is closer. And since we didn't find matches at the blind or the train car, I think we just have to accept the fact that we're not going to be able to live in this region. As cool as that would have been to... let's check behind the train car here. And then we'll head over to Mystery Lake. A granola bar. Metal. Looks like there's some wood over here. Not that wood is a really high priority, but... Yeah, and I think rather than following the tracks, let's go up here. Okay, frostbite risk is at 59%. Let's keep an eye on that. I'm gonna run, and we're gonna try to get inside. Leave those cattails for later. There's a bear. %. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Alright, let's go up here, and I'll just make a fire somewhere. I guess if we're not going, then... Let's go up here. We can probably make it to this cave up here. And do a bit more exploring around the region before we head into Mystery Lake then. I'm definitely not going to make it inside Trapper's or Camp Office in time. Make sure I've got that flare on me. I know I've been picking up tinder. We've got some fuel. Yeah, so we should just be able to go to the cave. Now, I could just make a fire out here, but I don't really see the need to. Yeah, let's do some more running. Okay, we'll check, and if it doesn't look like I'm going to make it... Yeah, unfortunately I might just have to make it here. Let's play it safe. Just start a little fire right here. A little disappointing, but what can you do? We'll burn this book. Actually, let's just use accelerant, because we have all that lamp oil. That way we'll get a fire going right away. Let's get a piece of coal on here. How many sticks do I have? Yeah, 1 piece of coal. And we'll throw all these sticks on. Okay. So that should start reducing our frostbite risk in a minute. Let's go neat. Do I need this to clean up my inventory for a bit? Definitely will wait on that. Alright, how fast is this going down? Very slowly. This fire already lasts so long and is so warm. Alright, I don't think I have anything to craft. Yeah. So, since I need to stay right next to this fire and there's nothing around to do, we're just going to pass time. Get some more water going. That's going to take a long time. We spawned in the morning when it's really cold, and apparently there's enough wind out and about. I don't have any wind right now. I must be in the shelter. Okay, let's drop this. I really want to completely clear this before I go. I guess one thing we could do is run up to the cave and back while this water's boiling. Let's do that. I got my risk down a little bit. Especially since if I find some kind of gloves up here. Oh yeah, and I can get some tea ingredients and prep them. Yeah, this is a good idea. Some mushrooms. I think I see mushrooms on that stump over there. I don't know if there can be wolves in the area. I think they can be over there. Alright, let's grab some couple of stones, some old man's beard. Let's get inside here. Looks like there is a big pile of nothing. Okay, frostbite risk is back up to 62%. I don't see any wolves. I'm gonna keep my energy high, and if we run into any, we'll just go back to the go back to my fire that I made. The fire should still be going. But I think I want to go grab those mushrooms.
Jesus, it's cold.
One more lichen for the wolf attack. Okay. Just double checking. 70%. Wow. Yeah. As soon as we get into Mystery Lake, I'm going to need to craft a pair of gloves.
Oh, so cold.
Alright. Get this bounty of sticks. And let's head back. So this initial portion of the game is probably the most traveling you'll see me do at once in this series. If we'd spawned someplace like Pleasant Valley or Desolation Point, then I could just live in that region for a while. But here, since there's no matches at all and no structures, those two things combined mean that we don't really have much of a choice. Okay, let's get a couple of those prepped up. And I think I want to completely eliminate this frostbite risk before we go, so we're probably going to be here for a while. That was weird. I'm trying to click on this and it wouldn't let me. Alright, we'll wait for that to be done. Uh-oh. I think my mouse might be failing. That's not good. Especially 15 minutes into a recording that's supposed to be a couple hours long. I'd actually noticed this a few weeks ago that my mouse, like my left mouse click was behaving slightly weirdly. But then it went away, so I kind of ignored it after that. That might have turned out to be a mistake. Alright, let's do the other two of these. That is so strange. I think that's in the game. I don't think that's my mouse, because every time I click on the campfire, it works. But then clicking on the water, it didn't work. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep this up as long as it'll let me. Oh, let's make teas, I guess. At least one tea. I don't need to craft tinder. Definitely not. Feels so weird to just pass time like this. Yeah, I think it's a problem maybe with just this particular fire location. Like maybe there's some interaction. I'll see if this happens with any other water that I'm cooking, but it seems to not like clicking on it from certain angles for some reason. Alright, frostbite risk is nearly healed. Let's make one more tea, and then we'll head out. Fire's nearly out too, pretty much perfect timing. Now, another thing you'll see interlopers do is, you know, pull a ton of torches and chain them across the map. We're not going to do any of that stuff. I'm not going to use torches outside, mostly. I may use them occasionally, but I'm just not going to stress out over it. And we're not going to do any of the light the torch first and then light the fire, any of that kind of stuff. Just too much trouble. Alright, let's take this. Let's drink a nice hot tea. And let's head out. Okay, so frostbite risk should be gone. It'll come back. But now we have some time to work with. Go grab these cattails, and then I'm going to start heading... Yeah, there's the frostbite risk. So we can't dilly-dally too much on the way back. It probably seems like I'm over-investing into cattails here, but we're going to be trying to maintain well-fed. And that's harder to do when you're not racing around all over the map. Which is kind of my usual playstyle, admittedly. So I'm slightly concerned about food. They also recently made a change that I'm not a fan of, which is the you can't harvest animals unless you have at least a hacksaw. Now that doesn't apply to the deer carcasses that you find around the world, I guess because they've already been pierced. But rabbits and ptarmigans being completely off limits really lowers your early game options until you find that hacksaw. Which I'm not the biggest fan of, but, you know, we'll find a way to make it work. Okay, I see some more stumps. Do these stumps have mushrooms? Looks like they might. Yeah. Then I'm gonna head over to those, and then we'll head home. Now, these mushrooms aren't gonna do me any good if I can't find a way to make a fire. Already used up our one flare. Oh yeah, there's a ton of mushrooms here. Looks like we're good. Frostbite's not going to be an issue for a while. So when we get in, it looks like these stumps didn't have any mushrooms. Oh well, false alarm. When we get in, we're going to have to decide if we want to do trappers or camp office. And I'm thinking camp office, just because I think there's probably going to be a lot more cloth there. I don't know, I just like camp office more, too. Yeah, we'll go to camp office. Unless there's like 3 wolves in the way, in which case we might turn around and go to trappers instead. I could probably afford to hang around here for a bit longer, collecting resources and whatnot, but I think we're good. Starting to get a bit tired too, so best to go ahead and get my travel done now before something goes wrong and I actually get into a bad situation. And some nice protection from the wind from this wall here, so we'll just walk this portion of the trip. Some tools, excellent. The warmth from that tea finally wore off. But now we're a bit more exposed here.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Well, I guess I might as well not take more damage than I have to. Let's go ahead and run this in. Unless there's a wolf right in front of me. Should be good now. Grab a few more sticks on the way in. Finally overweight. That's fine. Over encumbered, I should say.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Friendly deer standing guard. This stick collection is totally unnecessary, but I'm just gonna do it. Because we'll probably not come back this way. We'll probably kind Kind of hang out on the lake for a bit, check out the cabins. Very easy, relaxed interloper spawn here. I don't know if I had time to say it at the beginning, but I was planning to reroll if we got Hushed River or Blackrock as our spawns. Partly because I feel like those are the two spawns that for inexperienced players, they could be really tough. But also for experienced players, you always get a bedroll, you always get a hacksaw. So it's just kind of a little bit too easy. If you have the map knowledge and the loot knowledge. Alright, at this point I'm just taking damage for no reason. Let's go inside.
I'm getting tired.
Okay, so here we are at camp office, and I'm actually still cold. -1. Running doesn't bring me up to temp, so I must be off by just a tiny bit. Let's see if there... Ooh, we got a hockey jersey. That might do it. Yeah, okay, so now we're not freezing to death in here. It would be more comfortable if we found one more clothing item, so let's search all the drawers here. There we go. Not a good clothing item, but it's a clothing item. Wow. That's better than this one. Okay, so let's drop that. I'll just clean up all this tinder and stuff, books. Got a fire starting book and an archery book. I'm unlikely to read these books for a while, but I won't burn them. This isn't Nogoa. So we're not that desperate for fuel. Okay, and I don't believe I found a sewing kit yet. Well, let's see if we can find one of those. If I do, then we'll rip down some curtains and make some cloth gear just to help out a little bit with the warming up in here. Ooh, matches. All right. Now we're comfortable.
I'll take it.
I think I'll just leave that in the medkit there. Or maybe we'll set it on top so I know it's here. That's the thing to do. Okay, take that. Let's drop it. I'm so used to looking back there because I think it was the old loot setup. Oh, speaking of, can't there be a mag lens back here? Yeah. We'll grab that in a minute. That's one of the downsides to having such detailed knowledge of the loot just from playing so much and seeing stuff like that, is you kind of get a feel for where certain items can be. In this case, it doesn't really matter because we already had the matches. It would take us a long time to burn through those 12 matches, and we're going to find a mag lens eventually, so it's not really that big of a deal that I happen to know that spawn point, and that happens to be where it spawned. Okay, it looks like we're getting no sewing kit, unless I missed, I guess we have to check these cabinets. We got some tomato soup. Yeah, there's still a little bit more stuff I didn't get
I'm
here.
not sure I can carry much more.
Let's set these up right up here. I'll take those upstairs. Nothing under here. Pork and beans and another can. Potato. That almost looks like a rabbit pelt. Alright, let's put all these extra papers away in the cabinet. 11 stacks of papers. Get rid of those. 53 cattail heads. Alright, let's take like 5, because we're gonna find more outside. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna be very comfortable here for a while. I'll just go ahead and put these away. Get 2 cans on me, and I'm gonna take this upstairs. Okay, I think we've got this place cleaned up to my satisfaction. Let's make a firewood pile here at 63 sticks. Honestly, that's enough fuel for me to carry around. I've got books for fire starting, so I'm not going to pick any of those sticks back up. Let's munch on some food here for a bit. Now, I don't have a way to deal with my frostbite risk. So, pretty much all this stuff needs to be cooked. We're just going to eat cattails for a bit. And unfortunately, I'm really too cold to go outside and do anything. So I think we'll just harvest cloth until it's time to go to bed. Even though I don't have the crafting tools right now. Alright, we'll eat down to 40. That should put me at nearly full. Oh yeah, a bit closer to full than I wanted. And let's see, how are we doing on water? Plenty of water. Oh, there's still a ton of time left in the day. Alright, well, in that case, let's see, is there anything useful that I can be doing? I think it's just tearing down all this cloth, so... I'm wondering. This is probably going to be my main base for the region. Maybe I should leave the curtains here. Just tear down the annoying stuff and kind of clean this base up a little bit. Much later on, when we get a knife, I can clean up these pillows and stuff. We don't need that much cloth. So I think we'll just take these things hanging on the railings. Alright, I guess we'll grab this mag lens. No reason not to. And then it's still light outside. Let's go see. On the off chance that it is sunny, I guess I could make a fire and boil some water just to kill some time. I don't think it is. Yeah. Yeah, we can't stay outside here. It's too cold. Actually pretty close to being warm, but... Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Right, okay. Let's get some sticks. I'm gonna make a few torches, because I want light sources for using indoors, and I'm not gonna rely on pulled torches. So we're gonna need to use some of that cloth that I collected. Let's go to our crafting menu here, and let's make a torch. I'm not gonna bother using a tool to save like 5 minutes. Let's craft 2 full torches. That should be enough. Okay, so I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna get just like a couple hours of sleep. Then we'll do some more rosehip teardown, general crafting stuff, and then we'll get our full night's sleep. Gonna stand here in the dark and process. Let's do one batch of rosehips, maybe a couple batches of reishi. Just do all of them.
Oh, rest suit. I'm gonna faint.
And let's see, what was the other thing I was thinking about? I guess that'll do it. All right, let's go ahead and sleep. 10 hours. Had an aurora in the night. That's interesting. Night 1 aurora. Alright, there we go. We have survived exactly 1 day and 11 minutes. And it is officially morning outside. It sounds like there is potentially a blizzard. See if I can use the light from these windows to navigate and get downstairs. Yeah, I can see a little bit in here. Not much, but... Well, we have nothing to do. I think I'll go read. So let's fill up on food first. Yeah, unfortunately I just don't have much to work with right now, so we have to rely on just killing time. Alright, let's go upstairs. Starting to get a little more light in here. Okay, so we can work on fire starting or archery. I think I'll do fire starting. It's going to be a long time before we need archery. Alright, if you're going to force my hand, I'll just keep reading. Another couple of hours. Let's do one more hour and then I'll finish it if we still need to. I never research. This is a very unusual activity for me. Alright, well I guess I'll carry that book with me because it would be nice to finish it. And I think we have good weather now, unless I could be mishearing things. Yeah, good enough. It's not so brutal that I can't head out and do stuff. I mean, technically I could have left in the blizzard too, but that seems a little extreme. It's already nearly noon. We can afford to burn some energy here. Okay, we've got our #1 fishing hut right here. Let's see what kind of loot it has to offer.
My fingers feel numb.
Nothing, nothing, nothing. Piece of wood.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Forgot just how much food there is in the early game of Interloper. All these cattails. Alright, we'll go check this hut. I think we're just going to clear the entire lake today. Fishing book. Oh yeah, we've got scurvy to contend with now. Now that I actually have a new run on the new patch. So, we'll be fine with rose hips and cattails for a while, but should eventually think about doing some actual fishing too. Okay, where are we? Okay, I think we'll hit the island on the way back. Still got that frostbite risk until I find a sewing kit. Or a, what is it? Gloves that I need now? Really, no cattails along this whole stretch. I'm not sure I knew that was a thing. Maybe it's just chance. Alright, well, at our first batch of cabins here, we've got, one standing. I am officially warming up. Let's check for clothing first. See if... I don't think there's going to be clothing in the trash can. If I can get a little bit warmer. It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Bandage is actually a really good idea. I think that's probably what I was going to craft last night that I forgot. Let's do that now. Let's grab this as well. Then we'll craft a couple of bandages to supplement the one I found. I'm going to be much more vulnerable to wolf attacks than I would be if I was doing torch chaining all the time. So let's just go ahead and carry 5 bandages around. I think that's reasonable. Okay, and let's get some sleep. Just throw in 2 hours. We're fine on food and water. It's so cold in here, I don't think we would fully warm up with just an hour. Yep, didn't even quite fully warm up with 2 hours. Alright, that's good enough for me. Let's go check some other areas. Nothing in the pail? Nothing in the crate? Okay. Pretty empty cabin. Alright, I don't think I'm likely to find anything back there besides sticks. So let's take the front route and see if we can find some cattails. Nothing on the bench. Oh, I missed that one. Wouldn't have seen it except for the prompt. I see a wolf over there on the ice. Wow, 3 cabins standing here. It's quite the collection. Alright, I'm gonna search this outdoor area first before I forget. Then we'll get all the cabins. Doesn't seem to be anything on the various benches and whatnot. This feels very similar. I think the interior of this cabin might be identical to the one I was just in. Okay, I'm gonna grab all these books. We'll burn them first. Or maybe store them somewhere. While I'm here, let's ditch some extra newsprint. A bunch more cattail heads. We're just not gonna need very many of these. I'm just not planning to start... Oops. I'm planning to start that many fires. A little bit of extra clothing, help us warm up faster. Okay. Let's grab this. And move on. Oh, they're circling that guy. Okay. I think there was a note on the floor just in front of this cabin. I saw that out of the corner of my eye just as we were going in.
I'll take it.
Wow. Ton of stuff. Still no gloves, though. I don't think I can afford to carry all these books right now. Yeah, this cabin is just loaded down with books. I don't even think I'm going to take a note on that.
Use this.
Yeah, this t-shirt probably isn't... Oh, it actually is a little bit better right now. Okay, let's drink a couple of these sodas. Maybe just the one for now. And actually, I can just eat this jerky. And probably drink another soda now, because that's pretty salty. Okay, I think I'm good on calories for now. Now, there were a couple of things that I saw. Okay, I was looking at that, and then the potential note here. Yeah, there is a note. What does this say? A note left behind. Okay, so this is just one of the flavor text things. Feels like -2 out here. Alright, well, I'm going to do some running, because I have tons of energy to burn before nightfall. In fact, once we're done here, maybe I'll go climb that rope. And go up to that high ground with the cave back there. That's actually not a bad idea, because then from there, we can find our way back to camp office and spend the night there. looks like we won't be able to search that hut without tangling with that wolf. I feel like there's always something that spawns behind here. Yeah, there's like a backpack. This is one of the things that I wish they would change a little bit. Like, I never check the docks because, like, you check the docks maybe 3 games in a row and you never find anything of use there. And then you eventually just stop looking. And you look behind houses and you never find anything there. Except for one house where you do, and then so you know, only look behind that house. I feel like they should just occasionally put stuff on the docks. Another hat. Let's see. 46%, 46%. Oh, this is in even worse condition. And like, how hard it would be if, how hard would it be if they changed the spawn location of
Hope nobody needs this
the
anymore.
backpack? So like, it might be behind one of the houses. Alright, that's nice. And what was the other thing I picked up? A shirt? Another hat? I'm confused. Oh yeah, it was another light shell. That's what it was. Alright, let's grab this. And I guess I'll carry this cloth back to camp office. We'll just leave all of it there, all the clothing. I'm not going to carry the books around. Okay, we don't have any frostbite. Or we have 1% frostbite risk. Okay. I don't know if that's healing in here. Should I wait? Nah, let's just go. I just have to remember that I have it because we're not going to get the notification. I think I actually got frostbite once that way, where I'd been inside for a couple hours, but my frostbite risk hadn't quite healed. And so then when I left, I never saw a notification pop up because it just kept climbing in the background silently. I did find a pry bar. I guess we'll grab this burdock while we're over here. Not likely to come back this way. We're gonna have a ton of extra food. It's really good. I don't really want to pick up more sticks right now. We're going to be loaded down with cattails and everything else. Okay, it's actually staying at 1%. Didn't find gloves. Marine flare, that's nice. Okay, I'm just gonna check this little spot here for cattails, and then I don't really want to tangle with this wolf. I don't see any cattails. So let's go back around this way. I mean, it's easy to avoid that wolf, but I just don't see any reason to take the risk right now. I think I'm gonna go to one of the far cabins over there. Actually, maybe we'll step into this one and unload some of this massive amount of stuff that I'm carrying around. Some of the junk, and then, it doesn't look like there's a bear here on this corner of the lake. So I'm thinking if I did have an area where I went sometimes... Actually, it would probably be a place in range of multiple fishing huts. So that I could fish. Might be this cabin or the cabin one over. If I wanted to have like a temporary base. Alright, let's throw away a bunch of junk in here. We've got cattail heads, newsprint, take like 2 of these. And then I think I'm just gonna leave the fire log here. Yeah, I need to not carry around so much extra junk with me. Frostbite risk isn't healing. Even when I'm inside. Alright, so decision time. Do I actually want to climb up to... Oh, the wolf is gone. So I guess we're checking out this fishing hut. Pull out my flare just in case he's hiding behind the behind the hut, waiting to pounce. Sewing kit. There we go. Alright. We got a bunch of cloth. Well, in that case, what I'm tempted to do is let's finish looting out like this little island area. And I think I'm going to go sleep in one of the cabins. Maybe the far cabin over there. Let's see, what place is the closest to the multiple fishing huts? That's what I want to use as my like fishing base. That way I can set up tip-ups inside the huts and then kind of just do a little circuit. Although I don't know if that's what I'm really going to do. I might just collect firewood and... Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, that wolf spawned in behind me. There's 1. 2. 3. There's 3 huts in pretty close proximity to this island. And then the 4th one isn't that far away. If it's possible to build a snow shelter up here, then I can have this be my central location where I stay warm. For all 3 of these huts. And then for that hut, if I need to warm up, I can just run to that one. And I can run 4 tip-ups. I might try that much later in the... Well, maybe not even much later. Maybe we'll do that as soon as we get some guts cured. That'd be kind of cool to experiment with. How close was that wolf? And grab these. Yeah, frostbite risk isn't climbing. I think there's absolutely no wind right now because of the fog, so that's probably why.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
Okay, I think it's safe to say that I will never come back over here in the next, like, 20 days. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to head to one of the cabins. We're going to sleep there for the night. And then we'll climb the rope in the morning. Got my sewing kit and my cloth, so... Oh, there's probably some rabbits up there, too. Okay, so I guess we'll go to this far hut just because it's the closest to the climb. Um, oh yeah, and then we can do, we can go back down via Dave's Quiet Clearing. Get back to camp office that way. I'll drop a ton of stuff off there. Okay, so let's craft the clothing first. So improvised hand wraps, go. Let's throw that on, and then I want to do some repairs while I still have light, and potentially some reading. So let's see. Honestly, it's probably not worth repairing any of these junk items. This is a pretty good item, so I'll probably do that one. And how are we doing on water? Gotta keep an eye on that. Oh, we're actually getting really low. So maybe I miscalculated here. Maybe I need to actually go outside and start a fire. Get some water cooking. I got my 2 cans on me. It's windy now, but we can just start a fire here. Feels like -4. Let's actually just give the wind a second to calm down. I'm gonna read 1 hour of my book now. It sounds like we have a full-fledged storm outside now. There's a cave not too far away. Go over there and make some water. I don't think I have enough time to read that. Okay, anything else that requires light? Maybe one more clothing repair? They're about to run out of light. I mean, I guess I could do the hockey jersey. We're probably going to be wearing that for a while. It's already pretty high, though. How long does it take? I don't have an hour. I need something that takes a half hour. Probably this. 45 minutes. See if we have time to do that. That failed anyway. Okay. Let's do a bunch of prep and get ready to get some sleep. Crafting. Let's do these 3 burdock. Just checking the weather. Yeah, it's just gone full blizzard on me. Thought I picked up a bunch more stuff that needed to be worked on. Burdock. Rose hips. Did I not get any more teas? Huh. Well, we can harvest some of this clothing, I guess. Let's harvest that. And I don't think I need a second light shell. 40 minutes for 2 cloth, that's fine. Okay, I think it's finally stopped. Okay, so it seems to be coming slightly this direction. Yes, so start our fire here. I'm happy with just the book. 80% start chance. I do still have a lot of accelerant, so I don't really need to risk it.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay, so let's get a bunch of these books on here. I'll save 3. Actually, I'll save 2. And then let's throw some reclaimed on. Okay, hopefully that'll be, yeah, I'm warming up here. And I'm going to get a little bit of water out of each of these just because I want to go ahead and read. I can't get thirsty while I'm reading. So let's do some food in the meantime. And let's actually cook this tomato soup up. That's got some vitamin C content to keep the scurvy away. I know this won't give me food poisoning, but I've also got the reishi tea, so it wouldn't be the end of the world if it did. Okay, let's go ahead and boil that up. Kind of wanted to save those rose hips. Now, what's saying I can craft these tinder plugs? Oh, that newsprint I have. Let's get rid of that to lessen my crafting list a little bit. Oh boy. We'll just crouch here next to the fire. Okay, so we're good on food and water. Let's throw these on, and I'm gonna read. Finish this book. And let's go ahead and do 1 level of that fishing book. I don't really need this, I just want to do something. Just kind of enjoy the view for a bit. What can we see from here? Not really much. We're kind of tucked away back in the corner. The watchtower should be over there somewhere, I think. Yeah, probably behind the lake overlook. There's nothing really to see from that. The tower, I think, also isn't lit up. There's lights at camp office, but we can't see that. It's behind that mound of rock. Alright, let's see if we can finish these. Fire did blow out, but might be able to Get the partial. Yeah, maybe. We'll see in the morning. Okay, food time. Let's eat... just cattails. Now, I've got that prepared burdock, too. That doesn't show up in the food tab. This weighs, 0.15 kilograms. It has 275 calories, so I think that's... Yeah, that's more efficient than the cattails, so we'll just, keep that as a reserve. I can also make tea out of it, but I don't know how useful that is. The only thing I'm even slightly concerned about is food, and even that, it's like I have several days of food already, and we're going to find more. So, not much to worry about either way. We don't really need to sleep for the max amount, so let's just sleep for 9 hours. And I'm realizing now I should have actually stayed outside if I wanted that water to finish. Just for the burn bonus, but I really don't want to micromanage stuff like that right now. Alright, weather seems to be passable. So let's just head up now. I really like this. This is cool to play Interloper, but I'm not doing the things that you see everybody do. I mean, the things that I used to do all the time. Back when I played Interloper. I don't really play Interloper that much anymore. But just how little ground we've covered. Just kind of hanging out, doing our thing on the lake. It's a pretty short climb, so it shouldn't cost us too much energy-wise. So there's not really much to go for up here. I think we can grab our first couple of rabbits, since there's a rabbit grove up here. And there's the cave and whatever loot might be there. There is a possible bedroll spawn there, but it's very unlikely to be there.
Sure getting cold.
I think it has like a 1 in 12 chance or something. Or actually probably less than that. Based on what we've seen so far. So I'm not actually expecting to find a bedroll there. Just kind of coming up here because we were already in this back corner. It looks like we might have to wait out a blizzard. So the cave is just down there.
Freezing.
I'm thinking I might start a fire in there, and let's see if we can get some rabbits. If there are even rabbits up here. The rabbits might have despawned, or might have not spawned in because I wasn't close enough before the blizzard started. But I'm going to be hopeful that there will be rabbits here. Looks like misplaced hope. Just got a deer that I can't do anything to. Alright, well, oh, never mind. I'm gonna stand up. try to snipe these from a distance. Add a little more challenge. The sneaking trick is just so cheesy because I kind of wish I didn't have gloves because now I can't tell where my aim is. I'm actually gonna have to learn what the aim looks like with each pair of gloves. I feel like I would have made, so I'm aiming too far to the left, right? So I need to aim a little bit more to the right. That was a nice theory. And I think I'm just gonna grab this one rabbit if I can, and then we'll go inside. Get off this slope before I get sprained. Okay. Really? I don't understand. Is that not hitting him? Like, it feels like it hits the ground and bounces right into him. Or do you have to go for direct hits? I feel like I always bounce off the ground. Oh look, my stone is still rolling. My clothing is taking an absolute beating while we're just chilling out here. Long range snipe? No. Oh, come on. I really want this rabbit. But I'm not willing to cheese it by sneaking up until I'm 3 inches away from him and then just hitting him in the face with a rock. Alright, this slope is really steep. I think I need to go around here and wait for him to come back towards his spawn point. That can't be the same rabbit. Alright, here we are. We're sneaking up on him from behind. We can't miss now. Okay, so that went too far to the right. This is hilarious. I actually just spent the whole blizzard hunting this rabbit. Oh my goodness, I thought I had it. It's a lot harder when you don't sneak. Okay, he's gonna come over this hill any second. Oh, there he is. I don't understand how I can miss this much. This must be what it feels like to be a new player. Because I think I didn't realize how much I rely on the exact position of the hand and knowing what that means for the aim. And the gloves change what the hand looks like. Oh my goodness, I got lucky. I was going to say, if you don't give it to me after all that, I'm going to be very annoyed. Alright, that was a bit ridiculous. Let's see if we can find our way to our cave now. Should just be down the hill this way. Uh-oh. I think I got so turned around. I think it's right over here, maybe? Okay. Oh, that's cool. We got the Polaroid, so we can go do some surveying later. Alright, let's see. So back here, it's -12. Up in front, it is -20. We'll just start a fire up here. We might be here for a while. I don't mind spending the resources. We'll spend 1 coal and that'll get us plenty warm enough.
Come on, little fire.
Oh my goodness, you know what I just realized? I don't have a hacksaw. I wasted all that time grabbing a rabbit, and now I have no way to harvest it.
Oh, lucky day.
Let's go ahead and throw this book on. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna cook up a ton of water. So silly. Alright, I'm gonna let this freeze out here. That'll preserve its condition. I might take it down with me to camp office. And maybe we'll find a hacksaw later. Okay, we are warm here. Chow down on some of my cattail supply. I can't believe I spent like 10 minutes in a blizzard hunting a rabbit, and now I can't actually do anything with it. Good stuff. Okay, I'm never going to get these to sync up, so let's just grab that. Let's pass time on this. Grab that. Now I'll just make water and read. Hello? There it is. Have to do it relatively quickly so the water doesn't completely boil off. One hour at a time. Come on, Blizzard. Okay, sounds like it stopped. Perfect. Let's grab that. Let's make a tea for the road. Let's do... I guess just a reishi tea. That's fine. Do I want to make another tea to have in reserve? I guess it wouldn't hurt to have 2 reserve teas. And do I have anything to prep? Just the rose hips, which I'm still saving, but probably gonna find more long before we hit cooking cooking 3 when I can make the rose hip pies. So I think we'll just do that. Now I don't really need this, but I'm gonna drink it anyway because we're just going to camp office. So we don't need the warming up buff for that. Let's take this along. And I'll leave it outside camp office, and if we're lucky, we'll find a hacksaw somewhere in the next couple days and actually be able to make use of this rabbit. I really think they should remove that requirement, at least for the rabbits and the ptarmigans. It just doesn't make sense that you couldn't skin a rabbit by hand. The no hacksaw means we can't grab this birch. Let's grab this birch bark. Oh, there is the prepper's cache here. Let's go check that just because it has a recipe, right? I'm not going to like race around trying to get to all the prepper caches. But since we happen to be right here, thought that was gonna... What? That's broken, right? That shouldn't be there.
Perfect.
Hang on a second. Let's pull out one of my torches and light this place up. This is kind of a waste. I'm just curious because this guy happened to have a hammer. That does not seem right. He doesn't have the recipe. Oh, the recipe is here. Okay. So, first try. But he shouldn't have a hammer in here. I don't know what to make of that. It feels a little cheesy. I mean, I could... Actually really funny. I spawned in Forlorn Muskeg, and I made this big deal about how, you know, oh, we're gonna have this casual playthrough. I hope I'm going the right way here. Yeah, we're gonna go down here to the clearing. Yeah, where I was just gonna have this, you know, really laid back. We're just gonna kind of hang out, farm stuff up, and now we already have enough to forge. And we're really close to the forge too. So it's like we could even get there without doing much traveling. Alright, let's lug all this back to camp office and take a load off. Now, one nice thing about the hammer is that I can use that to break open the ice fishing holes. I already had a pry bar, but that'll wear out eventually. It's really warm. I think I am just going to walk because we still have several hours of good weather in all likelihood. So I think I want to quickly drop this stuff off at camp office and then immediately keep moving. Okay, any wolves coming in? I don't see any. Leave that there. And I'm so warm. Let's step inside for just a minute. I'm gonna leave behind. First of all, let's get rid of some junk. That away. Any other junky items in? Oh yeah, all the extra cloth I can toss. And let's leave the lamp oil, the little thing of lamp oil here. I'm gonna carry all this stuff on me for right now, just because I can't decide what to do with it. Okay, so any extra clothing, we'll just kind of pile on the floor here. So this is an extra piece, and... Is that it? No, these shoes are extra. And I should have a bunch of extra water now. So let's start a water stash on the workbench here. Yeah, we can leave 2 here. Okay, and I don't need the cooking ingredients right now. This is going to be my main central base anyway. I think there was one more thing I wanted to drop here. Probably, well, we don't have that much fuel to work with. So I'm not really that incentivized to ditch the fuel. Let's leave this here. Tools, I don't think I have a major use for these right now. And the whetstone. Okay. Kind of get these up here where I can see them. Alright, if the weather held during that period, we'll just kind of keep going here. I think we'll kind of do a little loop. We'll go spend the night at Trapper's. And then we'll kind of hit up some of the towers and stuff the next day. I don't know. I probably shouldn't plan that far in advance because hard to say exactly what I'll decide to do. These woods can be a bit wolfy, so keep an eye out. I really need to get some guts curing. I want to have the option at least to fish. And unfortunately, the only way to get guts is if I find a deer carcass, and I just haven't found one yet, I don't think. Unless I missed one somewhere. I guess I just didn't go to the right spots in the map. Okay, nothing here. I'm a bit nervous because this is a very wolfy area. Gonna grab some rose hips. Go grab these mushrooms and save those other ones for later. So I first conceived of this run, I want to say, I don't know, like 6 months ago. And I just never got around to it, and I kind of wish that I had tried it before the harvesting change. Because outside of doing something really cheesy, like getting a wolf to kill a rabbit and then picking the rabbit up, I just don't have a way to get rabbit hides or meat off of rabbits until I either find a hacksaw or I guess, I mean, I could take my hammer over to the forge and forge a knife. And maybe that's what we'll end up doing, but part of the whole point here was to play a like low movement, no forge rush run. And they kind of took away that option to a certain extent. Just checking around that birch tree to see if there was birch bark around. So we got a bear out over there. I'm gonna see how Max is doing. Yeah, this birch tree always has some birch bark around it. Make sure I'm not getting surprised by a wolf as I crest this hill.
Starting to feel numb.
Nothing in here. Alright, let's head up to the cabin. I could run into the cave for fuel. For coal, but we got plenty of fuel. I think I'll just save that for whenever I decide to travel to Mountain Town. Doesn't really feel necessary. Weather's so nice right now. I almost want to just warm up and keep traveling, but I think we will hole up here for the night. Okay, I'm not going to bother lighting anything right now. I'll wait for good light in the morning. But I'll just search what I can. With the very limited visibility. Thought I saw something. Tools? Something pop up? Maybe not. A book. Oh my goodness, another heavy hammer. Okay, well now I don't feel bad about finding the extra one in the cache. That's crazy. Okay, anything on this shelf? Check that safe in a minute. Here we go, some soda, peaches. Yeah, I'll give all this a once over in the morning. I think there's a first aid kit here. Oh, I have a pry bar for this. Cloth? Sewing kit? Or was that cloth? I'll find it in the morning. Alright, let's maybe read for an hour. We should have the ability to do that. Or is there anything else that I want to do with this time? Maybe some clothing repairs, or... maybe I'll do some clothing repairs. Yeah, I got a lot of items that I don't really care about, but... yeah, this could go up to 1 degree. Let's repair this first. Should run out of light soon. Yeah, I'm gonna try again. Now, what I'm tempted to do, if it's actually still warm, we could read outside, maybe. If it's light. Nah, it's foggy. We're not gonna have light out here. Okay, time to turn in, I think. Check to see if I have any prep work to do. We've got birch bark. And some more mushrooms. And yeah, one more batch of rose hips. Alright. I think we're eating cattails again for dinner. Yeah, we didn't really get much else to eat. Yeah, slowly draining my food supplies here.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Just go and sleep for 10. We'll lose a little bit of health to the water drain at the very end, but don't particularly feel like trying to micromanage it. We got well fed already. And actually, I'm thinking... Well, no, let's keep going for a bit. I was thinking that might be a good point to end the episode with the arrival of the well-fed buff, but I think we'll try to get another day out of this. Oh, I forgot to do the safe. 42. 3. $43, $45. And then, like, 4. Let's go back to the beginning. All that for a ragged vest, which is no good to me. Alright, what's my carry weight? I might carry that with me for now. Let's just leave it here. Alright, and then let's do a quick look around, make sure... Yeah, there's a piece of cloth. See, how much cloth do I have on me? Let's take that with me. Even though we're going to get more opportunities for more later. Anything in the crate? We got another note. Can read later if we really feel like it. Newsprint I'm not even going to pick up. Okay, anything hidden on these shelves? There's a granola bar I missed. And that looked like it was in good condition too. Nope, never mind. Okay, I think we are done. Let's head out, see what the morning looks like. Oh, we could probably get a mag lens fire. That'd be nice. Let's grab some fuel and head over towards the general overlook areas. Just gonna grab all the sticks from around here. Still no way to harvest rabbits, so... Rabbits go free. So if I don't find a hacksaw in Mystery Lake, I think I have two primary choices about how I want to progress this run. One would be to go over to Muskeg and forge a knife. That way I have the ability to harvest stuff. And then just kind of continue with this Mystery Lake living type stuff for a while, till I feel it's time to move on. The second option would be to just live in Mystery Lake for a short time, relying on the deer carcasses and cattails, and then just move on to either Mountain Town or Coastal Highway. I think I'm just hearing normal wildlife sounds. Crows down there. Grab a few more sticks and then head down. So I'm thinking I'll probably go with the second option. I really don't want to forage rush, because that was kind of one of the main premises of this run. So I was just going to relax and not like push all the early game stuff. So I'd rather just travel to a new region 1 or 2 days earlier than I might have otherwise done. An arrowhead. Okay.
I can't feel my hands.
An unusual find. Is it just me, or are the deer carcasses not showing up? I feel like there's usually one back there. There's frequently one at Trappers. I didn't go to Lake Overlook. I think there's always one there. I didn't see one, or at least I don't remember seeing one, up at the cave where I got hit with the blizzard.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Am I lost? Where am I? Is that... That must be Unknown Pond over there. I'll make a fire to warm up in a minute. I'm just hoping, because there's also sometimes a deer carcass up here. It'd be nice to get more than just water and warm up out of a fire. There's the other bear. Oh, a fire striker. Alright, well that actually makes me really comfortable now. Now we can just live in Mystery Lake for a while. I mean, we still don't have a hacksaw, so... Food long term. Well, no, because we can fish. We've got 2 hammers. 2 hammers and a pry bar, so we can break through the ice for a long time without much of an issue. I just need to find a deer carcass so I can get some guts curing. I feel like there's sometimes one here, but I don't see it, and I don't want to get too close to this bear. I don't think it's here. What did they do with all the deer carcasses? Alright, let's loop around behind the bear. Take this opportunity to clear out his spawn point of any cattails or anything. It's getting me too close to him. Actually, a little surprised he didn't spot me while I was doing that. Some burdock over here. I'm keenly aware that I am cold. I just don't really see the point in starting a fire right now. I have nothing to cook, nothing to really work on in this area that needs a fire. It's not like we're that far from shelter. I'm actually curious. I might have to go watch this whole video. I'm actually curious if I've seen a single deer carcass anywhere. Like, maybe I saw one in Forlorn Muskeg before I had matches. And I didn't want to, moose markings. Gotta be on the lookout for a moose. Alright, is this a potential spawn point for a deer carcass? It might be. I feel like I've seen one here before, but I don't have a strong memory of it. I actually don't know if the carcass points are just, like, individual RNG, or if it's, sort of a group thing, where it's, like, 3 of 5 possible ones spawn, or something like that. Okay, something is up here. Could just be another human body, though. Hey, it's a ravaged deer. Perfect. Alright, let's get our free mag lens fire.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Okay, so let's burn a ton of these heavy sticks. Maybe 30 or so on. Get some water cooking. And then I think I'm just going to prepare this burdock that I just found. Okay, let's let that continue working on thawing. I think I'll go inside for a minute. When I'm done here, I might head up to one of the overlooks, or we could keep going. And, yeah, we could keep going and go to the logging camp.
I can't feel my feet.
Another Polaroid. So I think we have both of them now for the Mystery Lake region. Let's take one more book. And I'm actually warming up outside by my fire a lot faster than in here. Not that it really matters. Let's just grab this cloth, and then I think we're moving on. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that little piece of cloth, and... Wow, this place is just empty, unless I'm just missing everything. More books. Lots more books. Alright, well, sometimes you don't find much, I guess.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Okay, wind might be coming. Looks like we can work on this now. 30 minutes by hand. Yikes. Looks like my fire got blown out. Or did it? Yep, sure did. And now we don't have the option to mag lens it. Which means I can't cook this meat unless I want to start a fire. This is about to start freezing again. You know what? I'm going to tank the damage because I want the guts. Yeah, I'm going to take a ton of damage here, taking the guts. That's okay. Oh, no, I'm not because of the bug. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. This is... That's not frozen either. My hypothermia risk went up. Okay, I don't think it's worth it to light a fire there just to
Wait,
get the hide.
it's so cold. I'm warming up a bit. Can you eat trees?
Okay, let's get these curing. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that bug. Let's just I'm not gonna match it word for word because it actually just wastes a ton of time.
Goddamn.
But I think I will maybe like pass a little bit of time out here just to take the damage that I should have taken, or at least some of it. Let's just pass like half an hour just to kind of balance it out a bit. That's also wasted time, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think it's pretty rare that I'll be harvesting in the cold like that. It's just I really wanted to get these guts started curing so that I can fish. Let's get a bunch of food, maybe sleep an hour in here to get warmed up. Okay, let's get some water. If it's completely calm out there, I'll consider starting a fire. That way we can cook the meat and get the hide. Only half warm, but I have a ton of energy and it's pretty late in the day. I think we should start running some. We're going to leave those guts there. Probably leave this meat here unless it looks really nice out here for a fire. Nah, I'm not willing to start a fire in this. We are pretty warm. I think I'm going to head up to the lookout if I can figure out how to get up there. Let's see. So the pond is over there. I don't usually approach the lookout from this direction. Oh, I see. Okay, so the path is right here. I just needed to be down this way further. We could just walk around over here, I guess. I don't think there's much for me over in the clear cut there. Temperature is -2. I am still going to run just to kind of burn this energy off. It's actually not a bad time to run because getting one additional degree of warmth from the running actually makes the meter go down a lot slower. Now, if there's another deer carcass up here, I'm going to wish I brought that meat with me to cook it. That's okay, though. It's interesting how much not carrying a torch around changes the play. I guess I don't have to think about it as much now because I have that fire striker. What condition is the fire striker? 31%. Okay, so that's only like 15 matches or something. So it's not that big of a deal. And I think a little bit later on, once we start to build up a bit of a match stockpile, it just takes a few lucky spawns and all of a sudden you have a few hundred of them. Memento cache. By a K. Okay, so this is where the Polaroid is. Lake Overlook, right? Okay, key for it. I don't think... Does anything even spawn in that in Interloper? I'm not sure that it does. I think it might have only non-Loper loot, and so then when you try to open it, it just gives you nothing. Which is kind of dumb, but... Ah, there is a deer carcass up here. Okay, we'll get those repaired up, maybe. Well, if we're going to do this, we should do it now.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Because I need to let this thing thaw for a bit. So we're going to do... Fire Striker and Book gives me 90%. I'll take it.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
I should have probably started it over here. Oh well. Guess I can just tie that rope off here. Kind of a waste of time, but
Jeez, this is cold.
it gets it out of my inventory. That's my excuse for doing something completely unnecessary. Another stay on target, a body. Didn't know all this was up here. Can we get up here? Yes, sort of. But probably not much further than that. And I definitely already looted in here. Okay. Alright, well, let's get some more water going. I think I'll save that other water for a minute. Because I think what I'm going to do is actually just read for an hour while this thaws. A little bit wasteful, but what can you do? I got nothing really else to do. We're working on this one. One more hour. Those will probably boil off while I'm getting this meat, but I can try it. 23 minutes. It might be okay. How much water do I have? Now let's do this. 42, 40 minutes. Get the hide this time. It takes so long to harvest by hand. Gonna eat that. Nice fresh meal. the wind actually take this down, or what happened? Reclaimed. Let's just see if that holds. Grab one gut. I'm gonna get all of it if I can. Drink a little bit of water. Go for it. Add one more stick to this, just to make sure it's not about to go out. Thought I heard some footsteps. I am carrying some stink, so...
It's getting dark out here.
I don't know if it's possible for a wolf to have come all the way up here. Let's make 1 or 2 teas. Let's see. We'll make a birch bark tea, and we'll make a... let's make a reishi. Okay, so I've got the hide and the guts on me. Can I see the other tower from here? Is that the river over there? Yeah, I think that's the tower up there. I can't really see it. But if we go down this rope and go up the river that way, let's see how close I am to carry capacity. Yeah, we should be able to pull this off. So I'm actually glad I attached the rope. Let's wait on this. Grab that. Pick this up. And I'm going to drink this one off the fire. Completely unnecessary, but... just to be nice and warm. Okay, now I gotta be hyper aware that I'm currently stinky. I think this is the river down here. Yeah. Alright, well, let's pull a torch out. Just in case or a flare, I guess. I think I should be fine here. Yeah, it's hard to see anything in the dark. I'll come back here later on. But for right now... actually, now that I think about it, do I even want to go up to the lookout? Or do I want to take this stuff back to camp office here? Might be better to just go straight to camp office. So let's see, tomorrow morning... the plan would be to head over maybe towards the logging camp trailers and the dam and that stuff anyway. But I might also want to go up towards the overlook. I think I'll go to camp office now. It's kind of a toss-up either way. They're both close by. Shoot. Got another wolf on me. Hopefully there's not one right... oh, there is one right here too. Doesn't seem to know I'm here, which is convenient. Hey, now he does. I mean, I still got this flare I can light at any moment. Plus, we've got a hammer to get a wolf off of us. Now I can just run to camp office too, so. Alright, so I got 2 guts curing in the unnamed pond cabin. 2 guts in camp office. And a deer hide. I think I will take notes on things that are not in my main base for the region. So camp office is my main base for the region, so I don't need to take a note on what's here. So while I'm thinking about it, let's start taking some notes. Let's say trappers, we have a hammer. There we go. Hammer, and then named cabin, we have 2 guts. Okay. I think that's all the notes that I really need. Let's drop these guts here, and the deer hide. And let's see, I could just sleep. That's going to put me up very early in the morning. Let's go find the bed while I can kind of see some light from the windows. Okay. First of all, food. Pretty good on food. Let's just do a little bit of chore work here before we go to bed. Okay, so the prepared acorns are crafted. Let's do another batch of rose hips.
I need to find a place to rest.
Do these. Okay, I don't need to do any of the rest of this, so let's eat some food. I'll just keep eating cattails for right now. Oh yeah, next time I have a fire and I'm gonna leave, I should heat up one of these. Well, I could wait to find a can opener. I guess there is an argument to be made for that. Could also make the potato during one of those long harvests. If I time it right to have it done at the end, I can get a warmth buff out of that and some extra calories. Not that it really matters. I mean, there's so many warmth buffs available that I probably shouldn't even worry about trying to maximize the buffs. I think that qualifies as nonsense. Okay, so food, water, let's just turn in. I think I'm ready to call it a day here. 2 hours and 15 minutes is decent length for an episode. I do want these to be on the longer side. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these go over 3 hours. But for right now, I think this is a really good place to call it. So we're going to sleep for 10 hours, get some nice healing here. Should be around dawn when we wake up, maybe a little bit after. Oh yeah. Perfect. And it sounds nice outside. So we'll take it from here. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. I'm curious to see what the reaction is to this type of content, because it's, on the one hand, we're playing Interloper, but on the other hand, it's not going to be that difficult for me, I don't think, just because of my experience with the much harder modes. So it's going to be like relaxed Interloper, without all the tricks and exploits and stuff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I may continue this for several series. We might even go explore some of the new regions with this save. That's all just gonna come down to how I feel about it and how much you guys enjoy watching it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching.